Hey, friends! Welcome back to 12 Days of Crafty Christmas. We are on day 5 today. It is December the 6th, 2024. I know we're a day off of what we should be because we missed a day, but we're back again for day 5 where I'm going to show you some ways to use your designer series paper to create some gift bags, as well as using, if you collect like me with good intentions that you're going to use them, those note cards and envelope packs that go with our ephemera, how to use those to make a little bag of loop, to use them up if you're not using them to make cards and envelopes to send out like you should be. So here's another way to use them up if you got piles of them like I do. If you guys are following me today, I am having some massive tech issues. So give me a second to get it up on front of me on a different computer. I've got the blue screen of death on my other computer, and it's not fun as I'm trying to navigate through that because that computer holds like my entire life. This one, not so much. So, so let's see who's out there tonight. Is anyone joining us? Hi, Lena. Hi, Glenda. All right. So bear with me. I'm looking at a different screen and totally different setup, so I'm a little out of whack now. But that's okay. I'm a little out of whack normally. Whoops, I almost sent you guys flying. Sorry. All right. Let's flip you down and get started. Enough of me. I look like I've been through the ringer today. So we'll flip you around to my desk and we'll get started and look at some bags. All right. Give me 2 seconds to get you in the right spot. All right. There we go. Yes, say hello to each other. Glenda's saying hello to you, Lena, if you're not seeing that. All right, so we can get this out of the way. My table is a disaster. Oh, give me 1 sec. Let me get off this silly stool that's too high, that stool that I keep sitting on and not doing anything about. All right, so one little bag that I'm going to show you that is really neat, and I do believe it was shown at another group that I've belonged to because of my team leader, which is Glenda, or my Stampin' Mom, I call her, if I've mentioned it. I think it was Sue Phillips that did this bag on one of the events that they put on, and it's got a little holder on the front of it for your card, which is kind of cute, right? So it uses almost a full 2 sheets. You're going to have like 4 inches left out of a 12 by 12 sheet from one of them. And you can use that to create the card. Now, I didn't do it with this particular card. I created a different one because I wanted it to have sort of a cute front, but you can use that leftover designer series paper to create a card. So we'll go through how to create this little bag. Is it not the coolest? I don't have ribbon on it yet for my handles and stuff like that, but it's a really sturdy little bag. It measures, let's see here, put it this way, it's probably about 7.5 inches by 3 inches wide. So it's pretty decent size that you can get a lot of goodies in there. And then it's got a great place to hang a beautiful card that you've created. Is that not adorable? So what we're going to do is use some different product that is available right now. I just had to rack my brain there for 2 seconds to recall if it is. It is the marbled paper that got released for Valentine's. It's in the online exclusives. That's not the right pack of paper. Hang on, let me grab it here. It's in the online store right now. Marbled Elegance 12 by 12 specialty paper. Now it's kind of muted on one side. I think I've shown it before, but I'm not sure. It's muted on one side, and then it's kind of got like a marbly and gold effect on the other. And some of the ones have like flowers, and you've got a striped one, and you've got like a little leafy sort of patterned one, and then it's got like hearts. This is upside down, but it's got little hearts on it. But then it's like marbled and golded on the other side. Now, I could have used the golded side, but I decided not to. I decided to make that the fun part, the inside part of my bag when I am creating it. So just be in mind that when you're picking out your designer series paper, that you are going to fold over the top here, like we've got here. So you want to keep in mind that it's something that isn't directional. Like my best bet is to choose something that is kind of like a random pattern on one side and sort of this on the other, and then you don't really have to worry about that. But if you do, and I won't go through tonight how to keep that in place, but Sue has a great video over on her website that shows how to do it in a directional version. It's Sue's Paper Creations on Facebook, and then I think she's suespapercrafts.com or something, but go to her Facebook and you'll find it, and then that'll make it easier. So just keep in mind where that piece is going to fold over, that you are mindful of what that's going to look like when it all goes together. Hi, Kathy. You just got this paper. I thought you didn't like this paper when I showed it last time, Glenda. Oh, I persuaded you, I'm sure. So what we're going to do is we're going to move that blade right out of the way. Oh, no, we shouldn't. We'll put the blade in place. We're going to pretend that this is a full size. We'll just use this one for pretend. Okay? So you want 2 pieces of 12 by 12 of whatever you want. And then you are going to slide your one piece into your trimmer, and you are going to cut off 4 inches. So put it to 4 inches, slam down that gate, and then you're going to go slice, and then you're going to have this piece. Okay? How's that for pretend? All right, so we've got this piece, and then you'll have a 4-inch piece left over to make your card and do whatever you want to do with it. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to grab our full sheet of 12 by 12, and we are going to slide that blade out of the way so we don't accidentally make a boo-boo and slice it off. And then you are going to put one edge over onto 1 inch on this side of your trimmer. So it's just after sort of the edge of the trimmer guide here. And you're going to score it at 1 inch. So that we're creating our little topper that's going to fold over. That's only 1 inch wide. Okay? Makes sense so far? I did persuade you. Awesome. I love it. And then we're going to flip it so that 1 inch that we just scored is at the top now. And then we are going to slide this over. And then we are going to slide this over the edge here with our 1 inch top, our scored part already at the top there. And we're going to score it at 3 inches. So just go ahead and score it at 3. And then you're going to flip it. So that 1 inch, I'm going to keep my thumb on that 1 inch piece so you know which direction we're going in here. We're going to turn it this way, and we're going to line it up at 3 inches. So our 1 inch is over here. 3 inches again. 1 inch is here under my thumb. And we're going to turn it again to 3 inches, line it up, slam that gate down, and score it. Okay, we're done with the scoring on this. So we have our 1 inch piece here. We have 3 inches on both sides here, and we have 3 inches on the bottom here. Hopefully everybody's following along. It's not too complicated. It's pretty easy. And then we're going to bring in our other piece, and we're going to score that one the same way. Well, almost the same way. I shouldn't say that. Let's put it at our 1 inch first. So this is going to be our, what does this turn out to be? We've got an 8 inch by 12 inch piece. So your 8 inch is going to go here. Or sorry, your 12 inch. 12 inch along the top. Okay, let's start over. We've got our piece of 8 by 12. We're going to put it into the trimmer with our 12 inch along the top. We're going to line it up at 1 inch on this one side. And then we are going to score. And that's going to make our little topper like we did on the last one. Okay, now we're going to turn it back. My 1 inch is under my thumb. We're going to put it back in our trimmer. 1 inch is still up here. Okay, it's along the guide top. We're going to put it to 1 inch on this side, on the other side of the guide. We're going to score it at 1 inch. I'm going to put my thumb on the 1 inch piece that we started with. I'm going to flip it all the way around. Hopefully this is making sense and everybody's following along. And then we're going to put it at 1 inch again, and we're going to score. Okay, so now my 1 inch that we started with, my topper piece, or my fold over piece, is at the bottom. And then I'm going to take it this way, and I'm going to turn it. So my topper 1 inch piece is right here under my thumb. I'm going to turn it this way, put it the 12 inch side at the top again, slide it to 3, and score. And that's going to be my bottom piece. Okay, did everybody follow along? Or did I totally confuse you? If my thing doesn't make sense, go over to Sue's Paper Creations on Facebook, and she'll make it make more sense for you. But I followed her tutorial, and that's kind of how she did it as well. So we're going to burnish that edge. So I've just turned it over. So this is going to be my front side of my bag, and then this is my little fold over topper. So we will go ahead and we will fold those over on both of our pieces of cards or DSP so that we know what we've created here. So we've got main part of our bag and the back part of our bag. Okay. Hey, Rhonda. Makes sense so far? So then on the bottom, because we're creating a bag, we've got a score line right here, and we've got a score line right here at 1 inch on both sides. We are going to slice up the inside, as Sue calls it, of the ditch. Your score makes a ditch, and so she's cut up the ditch. Okay, so we're going to do that. And then I'm folding them in so you can kind of see what we've created here. Okay, so we got little flappies. Make sense so far? Perfect. And then we're going to come to our main piece and we're going to do exactly the same, but we have 3 inches on each end on this one. Okay, so we're going to go up, and I need to touch my computer because otherwise it goes to sleep on me. So if you see me just shooting my finger forward for a minute, that's what I'm doing. Otherwise I can't see you talking to me. Okay, so then we've got the little flaps. Make sense so far? Okay, so now we can go ahead and we can burnish all of our lines down. Once you get this done, it comes together super quick. And don't worry, don't be intimidated. It's easy to make your own bag, okay? And it's a great way to dwindle down that paper hoarding pile that you have. If you're anything like me, you've got a pile. I have drawers. I have 3 drawers of paper. It's insanity. I really need to, in the new year, focus on how I'm going to use all that up. I'm doing a pretty good job with my scrapbooking, but or either that or I need to stop buying it. But we know that's not going to happen. Oops, I scored that the wrong way. Guys, didn't say anything. Or burnished it the wrong way. I mean, not scored it. The marbly part's the inside of my bag. All right, hang on 2 seconds while we fix this. All right. Hi, Norma. All right. Okay, so we've got all our pieces, marblies on the inside. Now we need our green glue, and what we're going to do is we're going to seal down this little flap. So go ahead and put that baby down on both of your pieces. Okay. Hopefully I'm all on camera here. My screen's really lagging behind. Maybe I'll pause for 2 seconds while that sort of catches up in front of me here. So we've attached both of our flaps down to make our top of our bag really pretty. Okay. Yeah, my screen is lagging big time, so I'll try and go a little bit slower so that you guys catch up here. So then what we're going to do is we're going to flip these up and put some glue on them. And you can be generous enough that it's not going to like ooze out everywhere when you kind of place it together. So what you want to do is you want to sort of use your seams, line those up, use your table as well to kind of put that down and make sure that it's flat in the corner. And then it'll stick down, and we're going to do the same on the other side. And the green glue allows you a little bit of wiggle room, obviously, to get that stuck down. And I'll hold it up in a second so you can see. So we've attached both of those pieces down there, and we've created a base. Makes sense? So it's going to look like that. So this is our back piece of our bag. So we'll set that aside for a second, and then we'll come in and do the same thing to this one. So these are just going to fold in like that. Okay, so we're going to flip these up. We'll put some glue. If you want to do one at a time, you can, but I'm being very adventurous here and putting it on both. Okay, has anybody made one of these bags before? If you're in my bigger team group, you've probably seen this at the SSS event. Maybe when Sue did it. And she has done it on her page as well. So use your desk to kind of make sure that you're got them corners lined up. Okay, so we've created our front and we've got our back. So what do you think we got to do now? We're going to layer this over top and seal this all together to create our bag. Okay, makes sense? Easy enough, right? So we'll go on the bottom. We'll go up the side. Oops. And flip it over. Don't set it down on your desk because otherwise it'll be glued to your desk and make a heck of a mess. Okay. And then I'm going to glue the sides first. So we're going to use, oops, I think I've got a little bit higher for some reason on this side, but so you're just going to line up that seam. You can also use your desk to put it down and grab. For some reason, I'm just a smidge high on this side. I'm not sure why, but that's okay. It'll be barely noticeable. So use your desk and just make sure that your edge is not like sticking out right here on the side. Yeah, you see, I'm a little bit high right there for some reason. I'm not sure why. And then stick your hand down inside and get that glue down. You haven't made any. Oh, you guys. Well, I hope you try it because it's super easy. Look, we've already got it built. Easy as that. See? Is that not awesome? So just remember where your seams are for your sides. You're going to want to put that to the back because you don't want anybody to see that when you give it to them. Okay, and then we've got a piece of cardstock, which is going to create our little hanger for our card. That is 5.5 by 2.25 of just regular cardstock. And I had a set of dies. What did I do with them? Here they are. I'm going to grab my Greetings of the Season dies. Now we have many, many dies that sort of have like these shapes and stuff like that. You may even still have the old punch. I can't remember what the name of it is. I probably have it in the drawer, but I don't remember off the top of my hand or top of my head what it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this through the die machine and then cut out one whole little tag. And then I'm just going to move it over and then cut out probably about that much more. So I'll just go off screen for a sec here and do that. And then you'll see what I mean. I'll bring it back in once I've got the first one done. Let me grab all the pieces. Okay, so what I've done is I've come in and I've just cut out one full tag. So now when I go back, I'm just going to go like this and cut out that little bit. Hopefully that made sense. And that creates a hole big enough for your card to slip into. Okay, so here, I'll just lay it out on here so you can see what I did. So I cut out one full one and slid my die over and then just cut out a little tiny bit there. Okay, so we'll get rid of all that. So now we've got our place for our card. So we're going to line this up right along the edge, centered along that little designer series paper fold over that we did. And what I'm doing is, I don't know if Sue did this. I think she glued hers all the way down. But I just put glue along the top part here. And then I actually grabbed a large dimensional. Oops, I only have one left. And just put it on these corners. Let me start a new sheet. And so that gave me like, it stuck out a little bit so that my card actually like slipped in behind. So I don't know if Sue did that in her video, but I just found that might be a little bit easier. So that's what I did. Okay. Is this looking like fun so far? Hey, Yvonne. Look at everybody's on tonight. Got the whole gang here. I love it. Yes, you're going to make some for sure. She also, I'm not sure when she did the video, but she did one where they're a little bit bigger and they actually fold down, which this you could too. You could kind of like fold in the sides just hand by hand and kind of like turn that over like a normal bag would. And you could store these flat. So you could make them ahead of time and have them ready to go. And then, of course, we would use a hole punch or something, a crocodile, whatever you have, and you just punch holes, and then you could tie ribbon in for handles or whatever you like. I don't want to use up a whole bunch of ribbon just putting it on a bag right now until I decide what I'm going to use it for. So I did not do that, but here's the original one that I made in a Christmas theme. And then I did a Valentine's one. Same card design, just using the Perfect Pairs stamp set that's coming. So, and it'll just slide in here like this, and then it could be used as a Valentine's Day gift bag. Is that not cute? I love it. I hope you guys love it. Fun, right? It's using a few retired products. This ribbon is retired, and some of this paper, and of course that vellum, because we don't have any vellum anymore. But cute, right? Love it. So I hope you make some of those. Also, I want to draw, before we do the bag of loop, I want to draw your attention to these online exclusive gift bag combo pack that's just coming out now. They're just a white bag in 2 different sizes. And then I just decorated them up. So they come in a 4.5 by 5 and 7 inch one. So that'd be the big one, obviously. And they are just a standard sort of white paper bag. Pretty easy, right? And then they come in a 3.35 by 3.7 inches. Why can't they make that like normal inch math? So just a little one. So these are in the online store now. You get 16 bags in there, and I did not write the price down on my thing to be able to tell you. But I think they're like $10 or something. They're not super expensive. But these are available right now. And so I just decorated up with some scraps that I had, because we want to use up our scraps too. We don't want that designer series paper hanging around. So I just used one of the little snow globes out of the Snowy Days paper, and then just cut some banners, and I embossed the bag. You'll see I folded it up like this flat, put it in my embossing folder, and ran it through my machine, and it did both sides of the bag. And it's just to give it a little bit of texture and make it cute. I did it on the second one too. And then just added some ribbon, made a little tag, and then Happiness Inside came from the new stamp set, which is available now as well. Let me just see what it's called. Sharing, Loving, Crafting. I was going to call it something completely different. So that little sentiment just came out of there, okay? This is our Angel Policy stamp set, our new one. So cute, right? And then I did the same on this bag. I used the plaid folder. So the big folders are great for these bags. And then it just opens up, and you can stick a bunch of cookies or whatever in there. And I kind of made it sort of Valentine's themed and use the cookies. These are retired sets. That's banner year, and then Sweet Conversations, I think it was called. And then I Love You More Than came from the new celebration set, the Friendly Seagulls. Cute, right? Which you could do I Love You More Than French Fries, and do the little French fry seagull on there too. Put some McDonald's gift certificates in there or something, right? That'd be cute. Or you could just use the little bag and then go get somebody some fries and put those in there. I love McDonald's fries. Who else out there loves McDonald's fries? I haven't had them in years, but they are pretty good. All right, so there's those ideas. And then don't forget, they're having like a kit blowout sale. So here's a couple from the birthday suite. I'll just point these out right now before we move on to the bag of loops. So birthday sprinkles kit has got a couple tags in it that you could use. So you have cards for the front of the bag. You could have a tag to do some of these little ones up, and then you've got cards for your bag. So that's a great set, and these are super cute. Would you not agree? I love them. It could be on a tree if you do like a birthday tree. And then the Rustic Christmas Countdown Kit is also on sale right now. And you could use these envelopes as little tags and put like gift cards inside the envelope and hang that off of a bag. And then if you want to use like the numbers and everything, and you don't want to use these as actual numbers, just put a little tag over it. I'll just use this one as an example. Obviously, it's not going to cover all that up, but just cover it up with your sentiment or whatever you want to do. And then you're using all the pieces out of here. And it's got like wreaths and what else has it got? Poinsettias. You could even put the poinsettia over there and just cover most of that number up, right? And just have that little bit of wood grain sticking out. And then you put something else on the back and decorate it that way. It does not have to be as the kit intended. So you could use the bits and pieces of the kit and use those as tag elements and stuff like that as well. And then you've also got the Festive Tags kit, which is basically a kit of tags. So how easy is that to just add on to your any of your bags, any of your cards, anything like that. Make it nice and easy for you. And then with the Rustic Countdown kit, you get a whole little bag. Well, I guess there's 25 or 30. I can't remember how many of the Rustic Tag kit makes. It makes 25 little envelopes. So you're going to get 25 little clothes pegs that you can use for something else or to attach to your bag, right? So attach your tags to your bags. All right, so let's show you the little bag of loops now. So here's one that I did. So this is using the, oh my gosh, what are these called? They're right here in front of me. I got so much stuff on my desk, you guys, it's ridiculous. These are the gold dip cards and envelopes that came with the Christmas ephemera. So I've just cut one of those down into a bag of loop, and then I've used a tag and a Valentine's sentiment and some die cuts and just made a little tag for my little bag of loop. And then of course this isn't Stampin' Up! Tissue paper, but you could reuse the tissue paper that comes in your paper pumpkin kit if you get that, and you could stamp little hearts all over it and make it cute. I just didn't have anything that I could reuse at the moment, so I made that one. And so here is just the general design of the bag of loop. It's not very big, but and then also just using the ephemera packs and a tag, using a bit of twine. You can quickly and easily decorate it, or you could buy one of those tag kits and you could just easily decorate it as well. I'm going to show you in a second how to make this bag of loop, and then just put that on there and you're ready to go, right? Stuff it with some candies, put some note cards or a little pack of cards in a cello bag, and you can drop those off to the neighbors, and you're using up these envelopes that you may not use for anything else. Cute, right? So let's build one out of some retired ones. I can't remember what they're called or what pack they're from, but basically what you're going to do is you're going to seal the envelope. So just lick it closed or glue it, whatever you prefer, okay? And then you're going to bring your paper trimmer back in. And this is also a very, very easy, easy measurements, easy thing to put together, all right? So here we go. We are going to know where the top of our envelope is, okay? So we're going to put that towards the top. And what we're going to do is we're going to score all the way around at 3/4. So our top sealed part is up here, okay? Score only. Turn it. Sealed part is over here under my thumb. Score it again at 3/4. Under my thumb is the sealed envelope part. 3/4, and I'll flip it over so you can see. So sealed is up here, and then we've gone 3/4 all the way around. Then we're going to put it back into our trimmer with the sealed envelope part into our track to cut, and we're going to take off the smallest amount. Really, we're just recutting that envelope open from where we sealed it, okay? And I just put a new blade in there, and I like chopped up the front of my little bag. Let me just trim that off and make it a little bit neater. Hopefully your blade won't do that. I did just change it. Maybe I was pushing too hard. That was probably the case. Okay, and then when you see it, you're going to have it open, right? Make sense? Okay, let's get that out of the way so we can build it. So then what we're going to do is we're going to open it up. And what you're going to do is just slightly pinch it to the crease of the corner. So where your your score marks meet, we're just kind of creasing it in the corner, and we're just going to kind of fold that down. That one's not going down as nicely as it should. And then we'll just finger pinch these seams. So we've got like a little triangle on the bottom here, and we'll just kind of, I just use my thumb to kind of open that up very gently. And on the other side, we're going to do exactly the same thing. Oops, that didn't stick down, so we'll just glue that. Sometimes your envelopes don't have glue right to the edge, so you just got to give it a little bit of a glue down there on the side to hold that. I noticed some of them do have glue to the edge and some don't, so it must be whoever manufactured this stuff for us. Okay, so we've got that little triangle, so we've created the bottom of our bag-a-loop. Okay, and I'm just going to finger pinch that one just a little bit better so that it'll sit flatter for us. Okay, has anybody made a bag-a-loop before? These are so fun and a great way to use up those envelopes, right? It's all about trying to tell you how to use up your stuff. Okay, so we'll pinch those in and we'll just kind of hold that down for a second. Yvonne needs, I need a love you more than onion rings. That would be a cute sentiment, eh? Whoever gets to their $1 million next and gets to design a stamp set, we need one that says, I love you more than onion rings. I think I've heard Diana Gibbs talking about that before, to be honest. Okay, so we've got that down, and then we're just going to finger pinch, if it'll go. Just finger pinch that in to kind of, like a regular bag, like if you were folding a bag closed, you just want to do it right to the edge. So I'll kind of hold it on the side here so you can kind of see what happened there. It's kind of creating a little triangle at the bottom here. Okay, and that just kind of tidies up things, and it allows you, so if you did get the rustic countdown kit, you could use one of these little closed pegs, depending on what you have inside. You could use one of those to keep it closed. Right? Cute, huh? I don't know why it doesn't want to stand up, but we'll deal with that in a minute. Maybe it's just not quite stuck down yet. You've never made a bag-a-loop. I think that's his name. I don't know for sure. And then we're going to create a little tag. So this is using the new tag pack stuff. Let me just grab the container I have it in. It's right in front of me here. We've got the washes and florals tag mix and match ephemera. Oh, I kind of put them all in one. So we've got some great little wooden ones, some floral ones. If you haven't seen these already, I've been using them. So I've got some bits out. Here, we'll just put that one there. You've got some ones that have a little bit like of a wash on the bottom and a grid. And then this is where that one came from. And then you've got the Celebrate Love Mix and Match. So you've got some Valentine's, some hugs and kisses. So this is great if you want to make Valentine's treats and use up, say, the red ones out of the gold dipped card and envelope pack. Got some florals. You've got some lovely like grid and some sort of laser cut images. And then we've got greetings for all mix and match. So you've got greetings for everything. Okay, we've got Merry Christmas there still. Happy Christmas, Happy Easter, best wishes. All kinds of fun ones to put on. Happy Valentine's Day, Mother's Day. Sorry for your loss. Then we've got some black and white ones as well. So that's kind of fun and different, right? And then we've got the birthday treats mix and match one as well. So I did grab some of the elements out of this one. I'll show you this piece because I have the banners. You've got cupcakes and balloons. So cute, right? Then you've got happy birthday and celebrate. I've taken a celebrate out of here. And then you've got some sort of little lattice pieces and like a little circle piece to add on in pink, or you could turn them over and just use them on the white side and color them whatever color you wanted. And then you've got the spring celebrations ephemera mix. So you've got some great floral borders, thinking of you, thank you, happy Easter. You've got the little nests and the birds that you can even color in as well. Butterflies and shamrocks, so very spring-like. And then you've got some branches and some like wooden wreaths and some beautiful butterflies. So you've got some great elements there. So I just kind of took from all of them, I think, when I grabbed it all. So we've got a beautiful little tag here. And we're just going to grab some of these banners. And then I'll look up as I'm doing this to see who's made a bag of loop and who is not. Kathy's never seen it. Lena's made one. Yvonne's never made one. And Rhonda's never made one. I don't see Glenda. Glenda hasn't commented, I guess. Yeah, we're going to go like this across. Kind of create a little banner thing. All the way down. Okay. And then I've brought in some florals and these lovely little pieces here as well. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put one of these down. Sorry, my dogs are beside us making noise. Okay. Get my glue to work here. And we'll kind of put that down over top. Maybe we lost Glenda, that's why we don't have a comment from her. She might be doing a live tonight. Oops, did I put glue on there? I didn't want to. I want that one to hang over a little bit, so I don't want glue there. Oh, Norma's never made one either. Perfect. Well, I hope I've inspired you guys to grab out your designer paper and create some bags for your gifts. Get some of that designer paper gone so that you can get new stuff, right? So we can start the hoarding all over again. We'll start a hoarder, DSP Hoarders Anonymous group. Although we're not all anonymous, we all know who each other are and the lovely collections that we have, right? I was going to put some linen thread behind this and I forgot. Oh, so let me grab it here. Okay. Get it off my little stick here. And we'll just do a little quick loopy loop. You're inspired. Awesome, Rhonda. They're not hard, so like most people I think could do it. Even if you did it like in a class situation, it's pretty straightforward. So we just did a couple little loops in behind just to give it a little bit of interest. And then we'll stick that down, okay? And then we'll bring our little bag of loop in. I didn't bring any string over with me for that. But you can choose which side you kind of want, the front and the back on this one. Obviously, I'd probably go with the more muted than this side because my tag sort of matches this. But you'd loop it on and then you could do some stamping on the envelope before you actually built it if you wanted to, just to give it a little bit of interest. It just depends on what kind of envelope you have going on before you start. But you have so many options. Like this is the chic one from the Textured Chic, I think it was called. What other ones have we had? We've had so many. None of them are handy for me right now. But you could easily use those for anything. And then this is a great way to try out the ephemera packs, right? If you kind of want to introduce people to it, make a little bag, get them to make a few little tags, and then they get to take that home. What are you asking there, Kathy? Was that a 1-inch score on the 3 sides? For the bag-a-loop, it is 3/4 of an inch on each side. So when you do, I can do it again quickly for you. So when you get your envelope, seal it up. Okay. Keep your sealed side to the top. Do 3/4 of an inch. Sealed is over here where my thumb is. Turn it to 3/4. And then turn it all the way around. Your sealed part is on the bottom now. And then 3/4 again. And then your sealed part will go into the track to cut it off. And I'm going to go from the top this time and see if it will not slice off my And then when you open it up, obviously this one doesn't have glued all the way to the edge, or as they get older too, the lick and stick doesn't work as good as it used to. So then you will just fold in those corners and create your little triangle. And then you'll seal that down and then build. And you can always watch the video again and that will tell you what's going on. So that's how you make it. Nice and easy. And then you just make little tags, add a little bit of string, and you've got a little tag for a bag that you can tuck something in. These are a great little bag to put a little bunch of cards in that you've made in a little cello bag. They're kind of contained, oops, they're contained inside a little box or bag, and then they're a nice little sweet gift that you can drop off, or you can loosely put your cards into the bag. I'll just grab this card as an example. Put your cards loosely, your cards and envelopes as your gift, loosely into the bag, and then wrap it in cello or one of our larger cello bags, and then put your little tag on the front of the bag, or attach it to this bag and then wrap it all up in cello, and then you give it as a gift that way. So whatever you would like, but they do hold cards, so it's a perfect way to give your handmade cards, because we know we all have drawers of those too. So it's a great way to get some of those out the door too, right? And they're great packaging for if you're having like a craft sale or something like that as well, or you drop them off at a senior center or something like that for them to give out. That's what I do with my extra cards. I take them down to the seniors center closest to me, and what they do with them, I don't know, but that's up to them. And then previously at the seniors home that I did work at in BC, I did up like little bags like this for Christmas, and everybody got one at their door, just kind of like a similar setting like this. So makes a nice little gift, and it will fit quite a few cards if you really want to stuff it full. It's totally up to you. So there's some great ideas. I'll bring this one back in for you to make bags out of your 12 by 12. Oops, I got cookies on the inside. I put cookies and little faces on the inside of that one, where you can make little bag of loops, or you can use your 12 by 12 and make up little bags out of your cards and envelopes from those ephemera packs if you want. If you just want to use the ephemera and not the cards and envelopes, there you go. So many great ideas, right? So tomorrow night we are actually going to use those ephemera and make tags. So I'm going to show you a bunch of different ideas on how to put those all together and play with them. And well, I've showed you some of them tonight, so but show them to you again in a little more detail and just show you how to make all those tags. Oh, we forgot about these ones. And then we've got the little bags that are in the online exclusives that are already pre-made, and you can just decorate. So if you like that, you can do that way as well. So totally your decision on what you want to do in your skill level or your patience level, if that's where we're at in the month of December already. Oh, Rhonda gave out cards at her assisted living place too. Right? Is that not cute? And that little door hanger thing that we made a few nights ago here, where I've got a whole bunch of them handy here, these ones, you could have put little treats in there and hung them on their doors as well. So there's lots of ideas back. If you go back and watch, you'll see lots of great ideas in the last, what are we on, day 5? So 4 days already of good stuff to get you going and get your creative juices going. And we're going to go all through next week. So I'm going to go all right through till Friday next week. So it'll be the 13th when we finish up. I know we're a day off of the 12 days, but that's because I took a little break the other night. So I hope I've inspired you. I hope you get out your designer paper or your bag or your cards and envelopes and take another look at them and find a way to use them up and get them out of your craft room so you can get different things in the new year, or if you're a demonstrator, that you can pre-order now. All right. Thanks for joining me tonight, ladies. It's so good to see you all. And happy crafting. I will see you tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. Oh, no, I'm on tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, regular Bailey's and tea time at 10 o'clock Mountain Time. All right. I will see you tomorrow morning, bright and early. All right. Take care. Paper hugs. Bye-bye.